Hello everybody, Stardust King here, and welcome to Thomas. Let's see, what is the name of this game? Was Alone. I was gonna say Is Alone, but I knew that wasn't right. Well, yeah, I had my eye on this game for a while. It's actually been sitting on my Xbox install menu, whatever you want to call it, the download thing. The game menu, there you go. For a while. Thing is, I have the Game Pass, and I was just trying to find, like, games that didn't, cost a lot of memory. And there's a Xbox Game Pass quest, play an ID Xbox game and get a few achievements in there, so I might as well do a series on it. I've been looking for something to take the place of Absolver for a while now. I may do ID Xbox. Program was a failure. People get this. It was a major flop. The coders started adding name strings to AIs as jokes. Thomas AT23612 wasn't special. It was just an AI.
Was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
In the right place at the right time. I'm not sure what VO stands for, so I'm gonna do that. Do that too. I have to learn a little bit about games. It seems like voiceover. Is that what VO stands for? This game seems very loud. Me do like a few things. Okay. It's very loud. I like the music, but I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit more. It's overpowering. It's one of those type of games.
Decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
You like Thomas have a lot of skills. Observing, falling, being able to take notes. And if you jump over, you guys know it's back here. Sorry if I be quiet at certain points of time. I actually want to listen to what the narrator is saying.
Interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
Inverted fall.
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Thomas is a pro. I have no idea what I just collected, but I'm about to be on the lookout for those. I'm not sure if there was any in the previous missions.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
We can just barely make that. Is this the range we're looking at for our jump?
This
What happens if we go in the
seemed
water?
a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
Oh.
This all seemed a little dangerous. This all seemed a
No, I'm not seeing things there.
This
Anybody
all
else see
seemed
the
a little dangerous. The world
black square?
was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect.
Wait, I'll finish letting him say what he has to say first
This
before I do
all
anything.
seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect
Achievement.
it might even be doing so on purpose.
Achievement unlocked. Mr. Lonely. Get both of the achievement pickups, and Thomas was alone. In Spawn. 99 speed. I'm coming doors.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
It's definitely important.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
Thomas is smart. He questions reality. Is there an item up here? I'm gonna wait for my stream to catch up so I can see it. I could just turn it on instant on, but you never know. Yeah, there's no pickup right there.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental
Sorry.
note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Yes, water must be avoided at all costs. I can't see to the right or the left of the screen, so I may miss some pickups here. Potentially. So if I just pause and wait for my stream to catch up. Just so you guys know.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Okay. Right, nope. How about all the way to the left? Thomas was alone, so Thomas will be getting friends soon or later. I got a platforming just got a lot. It's not hard. It got more complex. That's the word I want to use for it.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was
Yes, Thomas
evolving.
has.
He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Also, seems like Thomas doesn't take fall damage, which is good. Maybe asking why am I taking my time? You never know when there's gonna be like some secrets hidden here. It wouldn't be as dastardly as to hide a secret all the way at the bottom of one of these, would there? Doesn't seem to be so. Submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen. Overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to be spawned into the environment at some point. Turns out I missed. I just made hundreds
Chris
of bucks
took
towards
an
total.
immediate
What
and
happened?
deep
What
dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the
I thought I
hell
missed
did this
a little
Thomas
there,
think he was? Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful. Probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Let's see about Thomas. Oh, okay. Change. Do I want to get Thomas up here first, or do I want to get Chris down there? I feel like at some point I may need Thomas to jump off. Let me see if there's a secret right here. I'm gonna wait for my screen to catch up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, no secret. Make that. Alright, so Thomas is safe and sound. Ah, you see? I knew we were gonna need somebody to jump off of somebody at some point. Okay. Maybe I should just do it in order. Just go until I hit a thing. Like a wall, a barrier that I can't pass and then switch to the other character. Alright, Thomas. You've helped Chris across. That's a thing.
This was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Ooh. Ah. Okay.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Wait, I'm thinking about this. Okay, never mind. I was thinking, can I just jump off of here with Thomas while he's on my head? But no, Thomas isn't that strong.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd
What are you
been able
doing,
to
Thomas?
piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Chris needs to go over here. Do I need Chris to platform over here? No. I can barely make all the jumps, but I need Thomas to help Chris over here. At least I think I do anyways. We could probably do it with pixel perfect jumps. A whole bunch of them. I feel like this should be a multiplayer game. You can get it with some jumps.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Both over here at the same time. Okay, so I need to jump off of Thomas's head for this one. This game actually doesn't fit my screen either. Well, I knew that, but this one isn't my TV's fault. I don't think. I wonder if there's any more. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go up the top path with Thomas. Which seems like the right path to go for Thomas, I think. Or go down the bottom. He definitely, the other character definitely can't go on the top path. I'll say that for sure. I mean, why go up here? He stuck to the wall there for a second. We can easily just go. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Thomas. It's a big boy. You can't fit in certain places. This thing zips. Alright, here we go. On our buddy Chris.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the way you're supposed to do that.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
Okay. So I know Chris's jump height now. TBH. That's what I was trying to test right there.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done.
Okay. Wait, there's a switch over here. What am I thinking? I can literally just go over here with John.
John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years.
Yeah, I messed up here. I gotta restart the level.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell.
Seems like John.
The sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror.
Seems like John is a lot nicer than Chris. I need Thomas to help with Chris. We can make it up here. We can help him up again. More time. Alright. Let's go get this secret with John. I'll be on my way. I feel like at some point it's gonna have me do this. And I don't actually think what's his face? Thomas could make it. No, he can fit over here. Where's that? And you just barely don't make it. So I do need John to help you, which I had thought. Then again, if you wedge yourself in the little rock, you can probably make it solo. Little cavern. He's right here. Chris is right here. John is over there. Long boy. 19. Right here. And probably Chris next. And you. I may have to reverse the order. Yeah, probably have to reverse the order.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Banana John. Yep. Was about to take John all the way over there, but Chris is gonna need some help getting up here, along with the other guy, Thomas. Must be an easier way. Probably should have paid more attention during that first initial segment. More than likely should have. Is there another switch? You can get back up here. Yeah, Mike is all the way over here. We need John to get over here. Okay, so I'm gonna do some platform with John real quick to see if there's another switch.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped. The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
That's gonna be a hard secret thing to get. Yes, it doesn't seem like there's any more things, so I'm about to try to figure this out the hard way.